everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's fall series cooking recipe video, which will be pumpkin and oat breakfast cookies. So the ingredients you're going to need for this will be 2 cups of oats. You can either use rolled oats or these are the quick oats, and 1 cup of 100% pure pumpkin. Just make sure you have the pure pumpkin and not the pumpkin pie filling, which is usually next to it in the store. A 1/4 cup of sugar-free syrup, a 1/4 cup of flax seeds. You will need a 1/4 cup plus 1 tablespoon of PB2, and to this I add just 1 packet of sweetener. This is optional. I just like them just a little bit sweeter, so I add this to my PB2. And you will need 1½ teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ginger, a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, a 1/4 teaspoon of cloves, a 1/4 teaspoon of allspice, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So preheat your oven to 350 degrees and let's mix this up. So you just put everything in one bowl and we'll mix it up. And it will come together. It just, since there's no fat in this or any kind of eggs or anything, it just takes a little bit to work the pumpkin puree in there. And then another thing to note on this recipe is that it will not rise because there is, no flour, there's no baking soda, baking powder, anything like that in here. So however you shape the cookies is what shape they'll be in, so you don't need to worry about them touching each other or any of that stuff. So you want to take, it's always good and incorporated together. It'll look like that. So what you want to do, this should make 16 cookies. And so what I do here is just take a 1/4 cup measuring cup and just use that to shape them. And you're just going to put them on your cookie sheet that has parchment paper, and then I have it sprayed with just a little bit of cooking spray. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put all these on the cookie sheet, and I'll be right back to show you what they look like when I'm done. Okay, so what I ended up doing was taking the 1/4 cup, and then once I got that out, I split it up into 2, and that made 16. So I'm just going to slightly flatten these just a little bit. I try to get them as even as possible so the points are the same for each cookie. I don't know if I mentioned, each cookie is 2 smart points, and they're not really sweet because they're meant to be a breakfast cookie. So they're not, not really super sweet or anything. So I'm just going to press these down, and these will go into a 350 degree oven for about 11 minutes. And then you want to turn off your oven and let them sit in there for like another 10 minutes, and that will ensure that they get together. They won't fall apart. Oh, that's what they look like. So I will be back to show you when they get out of the oven. Okay, so here we have them. So they baked for 11 minutes at 350. Then I turned off the oven and left them in the oven for about 13 minutes. And they're nice and soft and chewy, and they're still really warm. So here you go. So these are 2 smart points a piece, and I think they would go really well with like coffee, or actually I think they'd go really well with the pumpkin spice chai latte or the pumpkin spice coffee lattes that I showed last week. So you might try those as well, and I will link that video down below. And also I have created a PDF recipe for this, and it will be down in the description box where you can print it and make them for yourself. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next week in the next fall cooking series recipe. Bye!